Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we will dive deep into the latest drama unfolding in Port Charles as secrets, betrayals, and family tensions take center stage on Wednesday, May 7th. From hidden guilt and shocking confessions to life-altering decisions and hospital emergencies, there's no shortage of chaos in the lives of our favorite characters. Buckle up as we explore the intricate web of relationships, uncover new layers of deceit, and speculate on the consequences that await in this bustling town. Willow's suspicion and Nina's buried guilt. In the cozy yet charged atmosphere of the Quartermaine mansion, Willow Corinthos finds herself in a whirlwind of doubt as she engages in a tense exchange with her mother, Nina Reeves. As Willow desperately seeks answers for a recent betrayal she believes has rocked her world, her accusations fly toward an unexpected target: Carly Spencer. Fresh off a fiery clash with Carly at the Metro Court, Willow can't shake the feeling that Carly's sharp words and icy demeanor hint at a deeper involvement in her troubles. Could Carly truly be the mastermind behind the pain Willow is enduring, or is this a misguided blame game? Meanwhile, Nina grips her composure tightly, her heart pounding as she masks a gnawing sense of guilt. Beneath her polished exterior, Nina harbors a secret so dark it threatens to unravel everything she's fought to build with Willow. As her daughter's pointed questions cut closer to the truth, Nina deftly redirects the conversation, planting seeds of doubt about others while wrestling with the burden of her own deception. Will Nina's carefully constructed facade hold under Willow's scrutiny, or will a slip of the tongue expose her for the role she's played in this tangled mess? Ava and Rick's dangerous alliance. Across town, in the shadowy corners of a dimly lit office, Ava Jerome sharpens her claws as she confronts Rick Lansing about their fragile partnership. With a lucrative blackmail scheme hanging in the balance, Ava reminds Rick that their alliance is only as strong as their mutual trust. She paints a vivid picture of the wealth and power awaiting them if they play their cards right, but her tone carries a veiled threat stray from the plan, and the consequences could be catastrophic. Rick, ever the calculating lawyer, nods with a smirk, but his eyes betray a flicker of hesitation. Is he truly committed to Ava's ruthless vision, or does he have an agenda of his own? Their plot, centered on exploiting a prominent Port Charles figure, promises to shake the town's foundations if successful. Yet, as Ava lays out the next steps complete with forged documents and whispered threats, the risk of exposure looms large. A single misstep could turn their golden opportunity into a prison sentence. Will this duo maintain their united front, or will personal ambitions fracture their partnership at the worst possible moment? Alexis faces family fallout. At the Davis household, the air is thick with tension as Alexis Davis confides in her trusted friend and lawyer, Diane Miller. The chaos began when Molly Lansing Davis stumbled upon sensitive papers Alexis had prepared to have Christina Corinthos Davis committed for mental health concerns. The revelation ignited a firestorm, with Molly racing to Christina to share the shocking news. Now, both daughters stand united in their fury against Alexis, leaving her grappling with a rift that cuts deeper than any legal battle. Diane, racked with remorse, admits her role in the disaster. She had failed to shred the documents as instructed, and a careless mishap with her bag at General Hospital allowed Molly to uncover the truth. Her apologies spill out, but Alexis, ever the protective mother, shoulders the blame. With a heavy sigh, she insists this is her family, her mess to mend. Determined to bridge the gap with her daughters, Alexis begins plotting a heartfelt reconciliation, but the road ahead is paved with mistrust. Can she rebuild the shattered bonds, or has this betrayal pushed her family beyond repair? Christina's emotional confession. Meanwhile, Christina seeks solace in an unexpected confidant, Lucky Spencer, as she pours out her anguish over Alexis's drastic intentions. In a quiet corner of Kelly's diner, her voice trembles with betrayal as she recounts her mother's plan to have her committed. Lucky listens patiently, his expression a mix of concern and understanding, before offering a perspective that catches Christina off guard. He gently suggests that Alexis's actions, while extreme, stem from genuine worry, especially given Christina's recent erratic behavior. The conversation takes a darker turn as Lucky references the dangerous spiral that led Christina to tamper with Ava's car brakes, a reckless act that mistakenly targeted Rick's vehicle instead. Though Christina bristles at the implication of instability, Lucky's calm reasoning forces her to confront the gravity of her choices. As they sip their coffee, a flicker of clarity emerges in Christina's eyes. Could her mother's fears hold a kernel of truth? This poignant exchange marks a turning point, but whether Christina will channel this insight into healing or defiance remains to be seen. Drew closes in on a conspiracy. Over at General Hospital, the corridors buzz with unspoken secrets as Drew Kane corners Brad Cooper in a sterile, fluorescent-lit lab. Brad, ever the opportunist, dangles tantalizing information before Drew, promising explosive revelations for the right price. With a sly grin, Brad hints at a conspiracy involving Portia Robinson, whose name has already danced through Drew's fragmented memories alongside Tracy Quartermaine. Drew, haunted by hazy flashbacks of whispered conversations and furtive glances, senses a sinister collaboration against him. As the deal is struck, Brad spills details that confirm Drew's worst suspicions. Portia and Tracy may indeed have orchestrated a scheme to undermine him. Armed with this intel, Drew's jaw tightens with determination. The pieces of the puzzle are falling into place, but the full picture remains just out of reach. Will Drew confront Portia and Tracy head-on, or bide his time to gather irrefutable proof of their betrayal? The stakes couldn't be higher as he navigates this treacherous game of trust and deception. Carly and Danny's moral reckoning. Back in the Spencer household, Carly Spencer sits down with Danny Morgan for a conversation drenched in disappointment. Danny, his voice barely above a whisper, confesses to pressuring Rocco Falconeri into attending a beachfront bonfire, an ill-fated decision that ended with Rocco suffering from alcohol poisoning after downing too many shots. Carly's eyes flash with a mix of anger and concern as she lectures Danny on the weight of his actions. She paints a vivid picture of Rocco's vulnerability that night, urging Danny to own his responsibility in the near-tragic outcome. As Danny hangs his head, Carly softens slightly, acknowledging the pressures of youth but stressing the importance of accountability. She reminds him that friendships are built on protecting one another, not leading peers into danger. This heart-to-heart leaves Danny wrestling with guilt, but will it inspire him to make amends with Rocco, or will the shame linger as a silent burden? Dante's rage and hospital drama. At General Hospital, the tension escalates as Dante Falconeri unleashes his fury over Rocco's condition. With Rocco recovering from a stomach pumping after the bonfire fiasco, Dante's protective instincts flare as he points fingers at Gio Palmieri. In a heated exchange near the ICU, Dante accuses Gio of negligence, arguing that leaving Rocco to sleep off the alcohol at the boathouse was a reckless choice. Had Cody Bell not intervened upon noticing Rocco's shallow breathing, the outcome could have been fatal. Dante's anger boils over as he threatens legal repercussions, citing Joe's presence at an event rife with underage drinking. However, Lois Cerullo steps in, her voice a desperate plea for mercy. She highlights Joe's promising future, including a hard-earned music scholarship, and begs Dante to reconsider. As Rocco stirs awake, he weakly defends Gio, insisting his friend was only trying to help. The room falls silent as Dante grapples with his emotions. Will he heed Rocco's words and Lois's appeal, or pursue justice at any cost? Joe's burden and future encounters. In the aftermath, Gio finds himself weighed down by the night's events, seeking an outlet for his turmoil. As he prepares to meet up with Emma soon, the young musician carries a storm of emotions: guilt over Rocco's ordeal, fear of losing his scholarship, and frustration at being caught in the crossfire. Their upcoming rendezvous at the park promises to be a cathartic release, with Gio likely to bare his soul about the chaos that unfolded. Will Emma offer the support he needs to navigate this crisis, or will new complications arise from their heartfelt exchange? Next, we will delve into the gripping drama set to unfold in Port Charles during the week of May 5th to 9th, where heart-wrenching moments and shocking secrets promise to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. From a young life hanging in the balance to long-buried truths threatening to surface, the next 5 days are poised to deliver emotional turmoil and unexpected twists. Join us as we explore the cascading effects of a fateful night, desperate family decisions, and the shadows of hidden lineage that could change everything for the residents of this tumultuous town. A night of regret, Rocco's harrowing ordeal. The week kicks off with a chilling aftermath from Friday, May 2nd, when young Rocco Falconeri found himself in grave danger at a college beach bonfire. Lured into the party by Danny Morgan, whose insistence on fitting in pushed Rocco beyond his comfort zone, the teen succumbed to peer pressure and sipped on spiked punch. What started as a seemingly innocent rite of passage turned sinister as Rocco collapsed under the overwhelming effects of the alcohol. The latest weekly preview from ABC hints at a dire escalation. Rocco is discovered unresponsive, his limp form a stark reminder of the night's recklessness, and is rushed to General Hospital with sirens blaring through the quiet streets. As medical staff swarm to stabilize him in the emergency room, whispers of alcohol poisoning circulate among concerned onlookers. The punch, laced with far more than a harmless kick, may have overwhelmed Rocco's untested system, potentially plunging him into a life-threatening state. Alcohol poisoning is no trivial matter. Its grip can lead to coma or worse, and in the dramatic realm of soaps, the stakes are always sky-high. Could this be the beginning of a grueling battle for Rocco's survival, one that tests the limits of medical science and family bonds in Port Charles? A desperate search for a lifeline. As Rocco's condition teeters on the brink, the hospital becomes a battlefield of emotion for his parents, Lulu Spencer and Dante Falconeri. The preview suggests a harrowing possibility. What if Rocco's recovery hinges on a rare transplant or blood infusion that only a family member can provide? With machines beeping ominously in the ICU, doctors deliver the gut-wrenching news that a match is urgently needed. Lulu and Dante, their faces etched with despair, rally the family for testing, clinging to hope as they call upon siblings and relatives scattered across Port Charles. Thankfully, Rocco's sister, Charlotte Cassadine, is in town, her presence a flicker of optimism amidst the crisis. Yet, as test after test yields no compatible donor, the situation spirals into a nightmare. Cousins, aunts, and uncles step forward, only to be turned away by incompatible results. The weight of helplessness presses down on Lulu and Dante, who pace the sterile hospital halls, grappling with the unbearable thought of losing their son. Could this medical deadlock push them to uncover hidden family ties, even at the cost of shattering long-held secrets? The desperation to save Rocco sets the stage for revelations that could alter their lives forever. Lulu's burden, a secret too heavy to keep. In the dimly lit waiting room, Lulu's mind races as she wrestles with a truth she's kept locked away for far too long. She knows Dante has another son out there, born by Brooke Lynn Quartermaine Chase, a child he remains blissfully unaware of. For months, Lulu has battled the urge to confess, torn between honesty and the chaos such a revelation would unleash. Now, with Rocco's life hanging by a thread, the pressure mounts. Could this be the moment her resolve crumbles? As she watches Dante clutch Rocco's hand through the glass of the ICU window, Lulu's heart aches with the possibility that this unknown sibling might hold the key to their son's survival. The echoes of her own past resonate louder than ever. Lulu recalls her mother, Laura Collins, once faced a similar crossroads when Lulu herself was a fragile infant in need of a bone marrow transplant. Laura, in her desperation, revealed the existence of a secret son, Nicholas Cassadine, hoping he could save her daughter's life. Though Lucky Spencer wasn't a match, the parallel weighs heavily on Lulu. A recent conversation with Laura, where they revisited this painful history, replays in her mind. Laura had cautioned Lulu to stay silent about Dante's other child. Yet, with every tick of the clock, Lulu inches closer to a confession that could either save Rocco or fracture their family beyond repair. Joe's hidden connection, a ticking time bomb. Adding another layer of intrigue to this unfolding saga is the mysterious bond between Giovanni Gio Palmieri and Lois Cerullo. Observant fans have noticed the uniquely close relationship Gio shares with the Bensonhurst community in Port Charles, but his tie to Lois feels particularly familial. Lulu, distracted by other priorities in recent weeks, has yet to probe deeper into this dynamic despite sensing an unspoken history. However, Rocco's crisis might force her to shift gears. As she frantically seeks a donor, could Lulu's suspicions about Joe's origins resurface, prompting her to confront Lois for answers? The notion of Joe's true parentage lingers like a storm cloud over Port Charles. If Lulu connects the dots, perhaps spurred by a desperate need to explore every possible family link, she might unearth the staggering truth that Gio is Dante's son with Brooklyn. Such a revelation, especially during Sweeps Month, would be a bombshell of epic proportions. The timing couldn't be more volatile, with emotions raw and Rocco's fate uncertain. Will Lulu cross the line she's so carefully avoided, risking friendships and alliances to save her child, or will she heed Laura's past advice to let sleeping secrets lie? Sweeps Month explosions, the Gio secret looms. ABC General Hospital spoilers tease that the undercurrent of Joe's hidden identity is primed to erupt at any moment. As fans immerse themselves in the high-stakes drama of Sweeps Month, the anticipation builds for a monumental disclosure that could redefine family dynamics in Port Charles. Imagine the scene, a crowded hospital corridor where whispered confessions spill out under the glare of fluorescent lights, or a tense confrontation at the Quartermain estate where truths long buried claw their way to the surface. The ripple effects of Joe's parentage, should it point to Dante and Brooklyn, would send shockwaves through multiple households, reshaping loyalties and igniting new conflicts. Beyond the immediate crisis with Rocco, this secret holds the potential to unravel years of unspoken agreements and quiet resentments. Brooklyn, who has guarded this truth with fierce determination, might find her world upended as Dante grapples with the reality of a son he never knew. Lois, caught in the middle, could face the fallout of her protective silence. As the week progresses, every glance, every hushed conversation between these characters carries the weight of an impending explosion. Will the revelation come in the next few days, or will the tension simmer into the weeks ahead, building toward an even more dramatic climax? Conclusion: a week of heartache and hope. The week of May 5th to 9th in Port Charles promises to be an emotional roller coaster, weaving together the threads of tragedy, desperation, and hidden truths. Rocco's medical emergency serves as a catalyst for soul-searching and risky decisions, while the shadow of Joe's mysterious lineage threatens to rewrite the town's family trees. As Lulu and Dante fight for their son's life, the specter of past choices and unspoken secrets looms larger than ever. Stay glued to ABC General Hospital spoilers for the latest updates as we track every tear, every twist, and every shattering revelation. What will the coming days hold for Rocco, Lulu, and the tangled web of Port Charles connections?